and welcome to the Raw Review. We are the Dadley Boyz of WhatCulture. I'm Adam Wilbourn, joined by Michael Hamflett and Michael Sidgwick here to review everything that happened on last night's episode of Monday Night Raw. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube, where we do daily wrestling podcasts where we not only review Raw, but also SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a round of the week complete with a very good quiz, of course, on WhatCulture. As I said, though, joined by Hamflett and Sidgwick to review last night's Raw and all the fallout from Saturday night's main event.
It was all right.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Yeah.
I was, and we'll be getting onto it imminently because it sort of relates to the first segment in the show. I was struck a lot in this one about the stuff that I consider falling into the personal issues draw money category and then the stuff falling into the stuff just happening category because there's a bit of both at the moment in WWE. So there's stuff to praise, the stuff I like, there was directions that I was into, but actually in the, like when it came to the stuff surrounding the most important wrestlers on the show in a lot of cases, that was where my interest was at the least. To be honest. So not bad by any means, but like the stuff that you would just assume is going to be exciting, I was less moved by.
What did you make of our Saturday night main event that people want to know?
Good show, I thought.
Nah. Disagree.
Main event, come on, Jey. Like, I'm fighting for that staff room, buddy, and I think I'm about to stop because, real bad in flashes. Punk was good when he could be, but he's not human.
Can't wrestle himself.
I'm awesome human.
Born and stuck with Jey. What the hell? Second half, it sort of got there.
Yeah.
Inexplicably hot for, the finisher theft and exchange and stuff. Actually quite liked elements of it. Rest of the show, quite enjoyed. Cody and Drew, again, has just been like an upward trending graph for me. It's never going to be the thing that I remember most from Cody's WWE time, but from where they started to where they're at now, I think kind of constant improvements. Quite enjoyed the story they've told. It's like, what's got to be the last gasp for Drew McIntyre as a heel? I'm good with it now. But I like what they've done to develop Cody's character within that. The triple threat sort of impressed me because Penta in particular stayed really over babyface despite coming up against this Dominik Mysterio. It's not a Dominik Mysterio problem, but it's something quite unique about the Dominik Mysterio situation at the moment where they're doing a good job of managing the groundswell, but the groundswell bubbles and bubbles and bubbles and bubbles. Rusev was fine. He was fine. I thought that Jade and Tiffany stole the show for me. Like my favorite thing on the whole show, end to end. Was really impressed with the turn on TV, and I wanted them. It was so committed, this fresh start for Jade Cargill, that I was nervous they wouldn't follow through and they'd have some sort of screwy finish to set up a. You sensed Jade was going to win the title, but I was worried they thought, well, there's always shows now. We need matches for shows, and they might do a street fight on SmackDown where she wins the belt. They can do that as a rematch, but I really wanted the win here, and I couldn't have been happier with how definitive it was. It follows on with some nice booking of the Tiffany Stratton character. They talked about her picking up loads of wins, and at what point is that going to catch up with her? It's like a low grade version of the Orange Cassidy international title reign. Basically, they were starting to post the numbers a lot. She lost to Stephanie Vaquer. She was selling various little bumps and bruises. Mm-hmm. She was cleared, but everything was with her with kind of caveats of you're cleared, but you're not 100%. And she was like, look, it's the life of being the champion. And Jade getting to take advantage of that and express the physical dominance, made the division feel fresher, kind of gets your fantasy booking a bit more for WrestleMania season with Jade on top. So yeah, I did enjoy it. I like the John Cena announcement as well. It's a cool idea, and I'm already kind of keen to see how they execute that.
The first two matches are uninspiring in the extreme.
No winners there, is there?
No.
There's no potential John Cena last match people, which I think was a mistake of how they've laid that out early doors. Just the first half of that main event was diabolical.
It was diabolical.
It was diabolical, and then
it was a
sort of miracle for me that they got any reaction for the secondary belt in a match that was decidedly secondary feeling and a situation for CM Punk that doesn't feel like his actual situation. I feel like he's a special guest in his own life on TV at the moment, CM Punk. We'll get to it presently. But like, yeah, enjoyable. One of the better ones they've done, I think. But just, I couldn't switch off how bad Jey Uso was. I really couldn't.
Dave's going to go 3.5 on it, isn't it? It's funny.
That would be funny. That would be good.
The Punk Joe match every week. It's going to be that one.
He'll get. I think I can speak Dave because
you're good at this.
You do need to translate him. And he will always be impressed. And this is what pro wrestling crowd psychology is: the ability to make fans care. And he will always, in his weird sort of system, like prioritize that above his own tastes and what's actually good or like artful. He gets worked time and time and time and time and time and time again by near falls, false finishes, hot moves, and it was so shallow as a match in terms of the pattern and the trope and just how repetitive this structure of the WWE main event feels at this point. But while it's working, it is working. It's the most cynical assessment possible, but you gotta hand it to them. They can make the people go banana with this repetitive, shallow, uninspiring dreck that they call the in-house main event style. As it pertains to Monday Night Raw.
Oh, yeah.
Usually, there were two things I liked on the show. Two things. Usually, I take issue on a weekly basis with this incredibly patterned, fairly tedious TV format. And that extends to all the companies, WWE and AEW. This time, I thought a baffling choice was made that made kind of no sense and should have been done a lot better. And I'm looking forward to saying something other than, yep, pretty boring. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, let's get into it because we...
And if you're thinking, Dadley Boyz are in a mood, or at least two of them are, don't worry. We have the second edition of our brand new feature coming later on in the podcast.
Backed by popular demand, some might say. Other people are saying it, not just me.
I didn't get any single feedback about it at all. I'm assuming people liked it.
Yeah.
It's like Sports Illustrated and Bleacher Report.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we get a recap of Saturday night's main event with, particularly Jey Uso losing to CM Punk and fan reactions and all that. Punk comes out. What do you think of the layout of this arena, by the way?
I've got some thoughts on this in general.
Long sort of aisleway to the ring, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's been a couple of these lately. It's obscure in the lack of sold seats. The ginormous screen at Saturday night's main event. The return of giant...
That screen was noticeably large.
Told on itself, didn't it?
So is it... I don't know the origin of the meme. That like kid with a bowl cut. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
What's down there? I was like, Saturday night's main event, that big screen. Hello, WWE. Why is that so big? It was like unreasonably big.
That's been in the truck for about 3 years, isn't it? Why gotten that back out? Yeah, lots of big screens, lots of curtains. Don't like that reality setting back in. But it's of their own doing ultimately. Like expensive tickets and poor creative are going to get you back to those half-filled buildings. So I want that. I want full buildings. I want like the aisle to fit ultimately how they can fit the most seats in. And
tell Levesque to get out of the White House and get on with his job.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
What, Triple H?
Yeah, what's he doing in the White House?
Don't know. What's he doing in the White House?
There was something, because I was like, what the hell's this guy doing? Why is no one asking? Something to do with a fitness program or something. But does he need to be there all the time? What's he after?
Is he... Do you think he always felt like he was at his best when he was chasing a job rather than getting one? And he thought, what's a bigger job than top gaffer of WWE? Well, let me just check the rankings of the world. There's top gaffer of WWE and then President of the United States. That's how I think of it.
Who is President of the United States?
You, Paul.
Well, they do call it the White House.
Yeah.
He campaigns, but then there's a groundswell of support and Sean gets in as independent. What the hell? I'm never going to be better than him.
Dwayne's going to beat him, isn't he? Because Dwayne's always been linked with it.
Is that one of the reasons?
Oh, you've unlocked something there.
He's already they say, and I'm not saying that he's a psychopath, right? But they say that people with these sort of bloody minded like these attitudes. I don't want to call him a psychopath. I'm not qualified to do that. But they say that they will have this relentless urge to reach some kind of goal, whether it's like something incredibly dark or, just the idea of getting ahead in business. And then they, like, in almost record, unthinkably quick time, I'm bored of that now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's done that with WWE Creative. Our AI can do it. It's much the same thing. I'll be president, thank you.
Him and The Rock's latest ego
This is this
war being
podcast
about the White House.
This podcast is for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
You know this.
That's knowing what we know about the two of them. I can't believe I'm saying this. You sort of can't rule it out, can you? Like the conversations they might have had. Yeah, imagine one of us being president. Hard stare. Yeah, imagine it.
What would your policies be? Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
God.
That's all right. Just chuck Road Dogg in charge of both shows.
Jesus. America, give it Road Dogg till the end of the season.
Imagine Road Dogg as president.
Don't want to.
He'd be like the incumbent at the vice pres, Road Dogg.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if anything happens.
And
Yeah.
everything happens to Levesque, Road Dogg's in charge of the country.
Those campaign posters like Hunter Dog 2028 or whatever.
Like Road Dogg's just got this mad bloodlust for like war. We're gonna bomb that shiznit doggy style.
Oh, God. White House, more like D-O-double-G, Dog House.
They're like luminous green.
Oh, yeah. Like, remember when they would like put the DX
Initials on like
graffiti on Titan
headquarters,
Towers?
Titan Towers, the headquarters.
Afraid. 2 words, White House.
Hey France, I got 2 words for you. Sucker!
Drives a fake tank to the Eiffel Tower. Kind of how we did it. Worked in the 90s.
Back to Monday Night Raw. Punk comes out.
Yeah.
World title on his shoulder. Has a victory lap in the ring. That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then gets a mic and says, "Is it great to be a champ on a Monday night in the great state of New Mexico or what?" Ever humble, obviously, he wants to thank numerous people who've helped him get there. The fans chant, "You deserve it." He says, "Number 1 with a bullet, sitting at home right now with Larry. My smart, funny, intelligent, beautiful, tough, mean when she needs to be, ass that won't quit, AJ Lee."
It was subtle, but I'm left with the impression from this promo and others that CM Punk regularly engages in intercourse with his wife and that he's a wife guy.
I'll start to pick that one up. I was working on it as more of a kind of thesis. I was going to drop this in a few weeks' time, but I think you're right
Sorry,
to go.
man.
No, it's okay.
You've got to get you got to get those papers published, otherwise,
No,
it's a competitive field.
It's you just want to double and treble check your sources and stuff.
He thanks her for standing next to him in the bad times so they can stand next to each other with their chests puffed out and enjoying the good times. Then he thanked the fans. Some call them the WWE Universe. He calls them CM Punk fans.
It's a little bit too cool to call them the WWE Universe. He doesn't really talk like they do. It's a little bit too. He doesn't really like the establishment very much.
It's effing real, isn't he?
A little bit too real.
Number 1 with a bullet. You too. You're in sync. You're effing.
Even harder than Punk and AJ Lee.
He couldn't have done it without them, so they deserve it, in fact. He thanks Jey Uso for a tough match and a hard fight. So he's truly main event. Hopes they can still be friends, but he's okay if they can't. Of course, when he came back, he said 2 years ago, he didn't come here to make friends. He came here to make money and become champion, of course. He didn't know how much time he had left, and SummerSlam obviously taught him to hold on to this strap as tight as he could. But the good news is there's no snake in the grass like Seth Rollins with Money in the Bank waiting to cash in.
Here's the tape, strap it to your leg. Won't come off. You see that?
What, when he tried to like...
Yeah.
Because it's like Velcro now and it's just made for babies. It's like, baby belt. Stuck to my clothes.
He swung the belt around like Seth Rollins as a little homage to Seth. He said he'd put him back on the couch if he ever came back after him. But he said that he knows that the crown makes a target on his back and that the locker room is filled with some badass talent. He has to be the best in the world.
It's filmed as well. Unreal.
It is filmed. Both true, both correct. He knows the 2 Bronnies are coming after his gold, but he wants to be a fighting champion. A lot of people he wanted to face and punch in the face, including the Vision. He wants to test himself against the best in the business, people like AJ Styles. Dominik Mysterio, not good. He just wants to punch him in the face. He put over JD McDonagh, called him an exceptional pro wrestler, and Finn Balor. He also said he'd love to have a banger with Sheamus and one more time with John Cena. He concludes by saying the champ is here. But then he's interrupted by Logan Paul. And quite literally, Punk responds with this. No! 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 He said, look, I made a mistake. I spoke too soon. I want to be a fighting champion, but anybody but you. Why don't you go to SmackDown? It's lovely this time of year. Ilya Dragunov's doing a US Open challenge. That's more your sort of speed. And Logan Paul said, no, I'm a Ferrari. You're a used Honda Civic with 250,000 miles on it. I've already faced the best. I beat AJ Styles at WrestleMania. Before he can go further, though, he is interrupted by Paul Heyman and The Vision. Paul Heyman, who says, I don't see a king with a crown. I see a bitch with no owner. And Logan's like, I'm talking to you, Logan. Front of the line, my ass. Front of the line belongs to the man that pinned Roman Reigns, the OTT, the tribal thief, Bronson Reed. The front of the line belongs to the future of WrestleMania, Braun Breaker. You're not the front of the line. You're not even the back of the line. You're on the line just waiting to get in line for an opportunity at a champion that's been champion for 2 days, which makes you 432 days short of when we were the world heavyweight champion. And he says, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Get to stepping out. This is to Logan, who stands there and says, I got here first, so I should get this title shot. Bron's had enough. He's been held back on the leash till now, but now he takes the microphone and says, basically, Paul Heyman bought everyone 2 weeks to live because we had to sit back and be patient after we dropped Seth Rollins in the dirt. We had to wait until the new champion was crowned. Congratulations, Punk. You had your moment, but the dog isn't waiting anymore. I'm coming for what belongs to me. There's nothing else that stands in my way. Just a man who's holding on to my championship and keeping it warm for me, and some dumbass YouTuber who thinks he's tough. I suggest both of you guys get out my ring or I'll whip both of you like a dog. And Punk says, look, fight's coming. This is to Logan. Fight's coming. You're going to fight with me or just get out of the ring? And Logan says, I'm going to leave. And he goes to leave, but Bron Breakker just shoves him into the ring apron as he leaves. And the Brons swarm CM Punk, beat him down. But Logan Paul, babyface, as he always has been in my heart with his delicious drink that you should feed to your children, jumps in and saves, or at least attempts to save CM Punk, gets beaten up and hit with a tsunami. But this has given Punk enough time to recover, and he chases off the Brons with a chair.
End first. I liked what I thought this was setting up, and it did, and I liked it.
Yes.
So we'll get to that later on. Mixed bag. I'm going to be all over the shop with this. CM Punk's winter wear, by the way, the last couple of weeks.
Oh,
just tremendous.
Notice the subtle change in hair. He's the champion now, so he doesn't look like he's this carefree, mellowed out CM Punk.
And it was just too big. It's too big.
Yeah,
Phil.
yeah. That's Saturday night's main event, Trania collar haircut.
Right, like a lot of this is bad timing and middling creative. I thought CM Punk's performance as the game show host was good.
Yeah.
But then I'm the person that has always said the best CM Punk is WWE Superstar CM Punk. I truly believe that because he was always good at this when so little else was credible in the world of WWE. Punk was still pretty solid coming out and doing these when there was nobody else to welcome you to Raw or nothing else to really sink your teeth into. That's one of the reasons he held the title as long as he did, or had that role at least underneath John Cena as that other guy. So this was fine on those terms, but, and I said this to Sidge this morning, like I am in dire need at this point, dire need of an actual CM Punk feud. And that's kind of why I use all those caveats about timing and whatnot, because, we don't know what was supposed to happen with Seth Rollins, whether it was going to be one more match and Punk doesn't win the title, or maybe one more match and he does. Mm-hmm. But it was going to bring about some sort of conclusion at long last to the Seth Rollins thing. I was patient for one last singles match, but even I was like out of steam with it. I was just like, can we get it done? I no longer feel any kind of like frisson between them. I just want the match to be done and dusted. This was obviously set up stuff for War Games. I'm not arsed. I'm just not arsed.
For this month, buddy. Strap in.
Yeah.
Get ready to learn War Games, buddy.
So this is the best and only time, really, for CM Punk to be game show host, overseer of Monday Night Raw. Like, there are different kinds of world champions, isn't there? There are world champions that are locked into, like, serious programs and ones that are in blood feuds, and then sometimes there are game show hosts and overseers. And this is the month that the world champion has to be an overseas because they're heading to a 4-on-4 double ring cage match, whatever. Bleh. Like, it's all the material he's got to work with. So I liked his handling of it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching CM Punk perform. The content and material, just wafer thin. Like, you know, offering title shots to this wrestler, offering one more go around with John Cena, all that kind of stuff. It's just very well delivered. Words. It's just words. Like, there was examples on this episode of Raw of new and renewed stuff between wrestlers, personal issues, drawing money, stuff I wanted to see. This was the opposite for me. This was like the desperation of CM Punk to have a personal issue that draws money was like emanating from him. I felt as a world champion with no obvious destination. Bron Breakker is it. Logan Paul is it for now for War Games. Bron Breakker is it. If it's up to me, they get War Games out the way. What a stupid sentence, but we have it every year. Get War Games out the way, and you go hard into CM Punk versus Bron Breakker, who Paul Heyman's been to both men, who Bron Breakker is right now, what CM Punk is maybe not ready for, and you book it for the Royal Rumble, and you maybe even book a title change. Like, get your teeth sunk into something serious between CM Punk and an opponent. My choice would be Bron Breakker, but like, he's in need of it. This character is in need of it. There is only so much milling about CM Punk can do using his expert delivery to sort of, it's not even put over, to sort of talk through the rank and file of the stuff he's doing. So that's why I was saying he feels like a special guest in his own body. He doesn't really feel like the world champion. Me and Sidge had one of the few pasty bets I've ever won a few years ago when Cody Rhodes won the WWE title instead of the Seth belt, as we've kind of come to know it as, for a lot of reasons, the Seth belt. And it was like with such relief that I won that bet because of what it would mean if Cody went and won the Seth belt instead. CM Punk with the Seth belt is basically a CM Punk that has not yet fulfilled his potential or reached his goal. And it's hard to shake that feeling up.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's a secondary world title. It's an oxymoron.
Gunther's good with it. And Seth...
As a place
Seth
for the...
is it, but like CM Punk is beyond it.
Yeah, no, it feels a bit like... I mean, it feels like what it is. Something they kind of had to do. A consolation, a placeholder, whatever. Punk here was good, and he did a half-effective job of treating it like this is what he came back for. You know it isn't. You know he wants Cody's belt.
I'm getting worried about that match, by the way. Like, I think
speculating on that yesterday.
Yeah. That's why I think that's why I'm fantasy booking getting Bron to win it, because otherwise it's like, well, how we're kicking that into the long grass again?
Yeah.
Like, that grass might grow too long to get it, you know, like
so my thoughts were kind of jumbled on this. I didn't really like any of it at all, other than I thought CM Punk, you know, he's so good that I described him in the self-destruction of CM Punk in AEW, which you can still read on whatculture.com/WWE. Even when he's visibly checked out, I'm not saying he is here, I'm saying he was in AEW towards the end, visibly checked out. I don't want to do Collision, it's a joke, Tony, but whatever, I'll do it. Or when he's like really pissed off with the Moxley creative ahead of All Out 2022. Even when he's pissed off, checked, he's still kind of effortlessly great when he wants to be. I don't think he's had a great year at all, but just in flashes, he's still just CM Punk. That flame will never get blown out, you know? So yeah, I'm with Hamflett on his performance. Was what it was, and I understand the premise. It did kind of bring into kind of harsh focus as Raw roster ain't that inspiring or young or whatever, because the trick was, I want a match with this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and the names would get progressively more exciting. And Logan Paul, you're the one thing we didn't want to happen. Da, da, da. So understand why I did it like that. It was like the bathos, you know, of like, oh God, like the deliberate anticlimax, you know, and for that meta heat that Logan Paul has. So I got it. It was all, that bit was fine, I guess. So Logan Paul comes out, says his stuff. It's old hat, the routine at this point. I still think, like, it was weird. Paul's credentials for, you know, that sort of like that revised history that every wrestler does when they come out. Obviously, you're going to select your best bits to put forward your credentials for entering a feud with or challenging for the title of this wrestler. like gloat. I don't know if he's done it on Raw before. He might have. He dumped him out the Rumble, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Used the actual history, because when Paul came out, my first thought was, this is quite inspired, because Logan Paul can say, you got a receipt coming. I know you want to fight me, CM Punk. Like, CM Punk at first went, da-da-da, and Paul could have went, he could have got a gasp line here of, I see I'm some YouTuber. Well, can't be that good at wrestling, Punk, if you got eliminated from the Royal Rumble by some YouTuber. And then Punk could have then he could have got the best out of CM Punk of, son of a bitch, I actually forgot about that or whatever. Just didn't reference it at all. That was bizarre.
They pin him in the chamber. Punk pin him in the chamber.
I think there was like
their kind of micro payoff. You can erase that, by the way.
Can say,
I remember that. I feel like that was like a detail either en route or in the match itself.
Or they could have brought that up and said, we'll want a piece. Why don't we settle it once and for all at wherever?
You made a brilliant point, by the way, of just, sorry to derail you, but you've illuminated something to me in that assessment already of Punk that came back in 2023. I made this point at the time. It was like intoxicating watching him either face off with or name drop people, and not one of those names that he dropped in that promo got any kind of reaction or any kind of electricity through the building, other than maybe John Cena, and even that's with this sense of
Dirty Dom.
I guess. But Cena was the only sense was, you could right or wrong here. And there wasn't a feeling in the building that they're actually going to book it. It was just
it's such a great feud over the summer, that's why probably.
Just CM Punk saying stuff, wasn't it? Like when he name checked John Cena. But that was to me that. Sorry, Sidge, it was the polar opposite of what we had with the Punk comeback run of like, oh my God, him and
Kevin Owens.
It was like actually land on a name that I want here, because AJ Styles, it's fine, I guess, but there was no. You didn't really have an ascent that you could work with.
Yeah,
to the big name that you were waiting to hear him.
And two more things on this from me anyway. I didn't think Bron Breakker was like this commanding presence on the microphone at all. Like, he said his stuff, and I know I'm lower on Breakker than most people, and I'm willing to say, you know what, that's probably a me thing. I can't say that, I like to think sometimes I can be prescient. Like, all in 2023, it's like, wrap this up for you. Like, this ain't good, and it's not going to get much better. I'm still thinking I'm ahead of the curve AEW-wise, where I'm thinking, I said before All in Texas, give it a full gear. This ain't back yet. It really isn't. You've got to be careful. So I don't think I've got that same kind of instinct with the Fed. Maybe Breakker will actually come good and get to a level that I can't foresee or believe him in his ability to get to it. But when he grabs this mic and talks here, he does not a commanding presence. I think all that physical violent charisma that he has almost like evaporates when he opens his mouth. And I just had this sort of fast forward to him doing this with the belt on his shoulder and it not going particularly well, because he's just not really it as a promo. And yes, he's got Heyman there with him, which will help. And Lesnar was never, that guy either. So there are caveats and stuff, but my God, I just cannot really see it in him. Two more things, actually. One, this Logan Paul, I'm going to sort of, should I help him? What an odd choice. Like skipping to the end. No, I'll save that till the end, right? But what an odd choice that was when there was a different way into, Logan Paul's back and he's temporarily or otherwise joining the Vision. Two more things, and again, I'll bring this up again at the end of the show. Like, Paul Levesque just can't help himself but be an idiot, can he, at this point? Like, he tweets, seismic, whatever. Saturday night's main event. It's a new era in WWE. We're just getting started. All this empty rhetoric bollocks. You start the show with a promo train and look what happens at the end. I mean, what do you expect? Like, your job here is to sell things correctly. Don't undersell. Don't do what Tony Khan does. And don't oversell, which is what was WWE's massive problem for years and years. He is overselling, and that's like a sign of kind of desperation and defensiveness, I think, at this point. A new era. Like, it was a promo chain, bro.
In terms of episodes of Raw, this was one.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine.
I was a little bit surprised by how thick everyone online was, to be honest. When people were like, Logan Paul first feud. No, it's War Games.
Yeah.
He's just running the War Games. And why didn't CM Punk mention LA Knight? That's the point, thickos. Like, he's not friends with him. I just was astonished that people were saying this today. I was like, yeah, and it's going to factor into when he has to try and convince him to join his War Games team or subsequently down the road. They don't like each other in kayfabe.
That's not only a really good observation, but there's precedent for Punk doing this specifically, because remember when he did that like amazing to camera promo in the Jackie Redmond spot, and he kind of like buried Sami Zayn ahead of having to wrestle him.
Yeah.
He's like, Sami, you're not on my, like, whoa, and everybody, oh, and everybody then puts the pieces together. Well, Sami knows Kevin, and Kevin knows the Young Bucks, oh my God.
And then like a match next week or whatever.
And then they just had a class match out of it, yeah. So, aye, that's like probably like key to LA Knight making the decision. Like, what'll probably happen there, he's the last guy to join the babyface, isn't he?
Yes.
Paul Heyman will try and get in his ear and be like, you don't want a team with CM Punk, do you?
Jey Uso.
Yeah, like, and then LA
Who'd
Knight
want a
will-
team of Jey Uso?
yeah.
Might work Jey
Go
Uso.
out with, might as well have 3 men in the War Games. What are you doing?
Paul Heyman, it actually just works. I'm getting to some talk. I don't envision.
I feel like this feud
Oh,
between
God, we haven't got a space for you.
Wilbourn and the Thickos, as he calls them, will run and run.
But speaking of thick, Stephanie
hell was
Vaquer
that?
was in action alongside Nikki Bella, taking on Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez next early on. Stephanie teases the Devil's Kiss, but Raquel saves Roxanne, and we see double crossbodies from the two best mates, Nikki and Stephanie, to take us to a break. When we come back, they take over, do Judgment Day on Nikki Bella, using a distraction. Perez hits that awesome double jump moonsault. Bella fights off Rodriguez, though. It's a tornado DDT and brings in Stephanie Vaquer, who runs wild. Can't hit the SVB, though, because Raquel's too big. Hit a flying crossbody instead for 2. Got the Devil's Kiss on Perez. Crowd love it. So do I. Bella comes in and hits Perez with the Rack Attack 2.0, but Raquel breaks it up just at the last second. Vaquer and Raquel fight. They sort of spill over the top. Vaquer wants a Devil's Kiss on the apron. That's the hardest part of the ring, of course. But Raquel blocks it and smashes her face first into it instead. Nikki tries to cradle Perez, but Perez kicks off and shoves her into the ropes. Cheap shot from Raquel Rodriguez, and Perez hits Pop Rocks for another 1-2-3 on Nikki Bella.
I like loads of this. Really good false finish on the Rack Attack 2.0. Very, very nicely assembled conclusion to all of this in terms of the purpose of it all and what they were trying to get to. That Raquel's got some sort of physical advantage over Stephanie Vaquer ahead of their title match. That Nikki Bella continues to be forced into questioning her confidence because she can get so lost in all of it that she can be easily set up by a double team and then straight into the Pop Rocks, and a turn that you can see coming a mile off, but it's kind of fun to watch.
It's a bit of me that later on thought, is she going to run her off the road? Because she was like, hey, get home safe. What are you doing?
But this is it. Like they've quite nicely set up everything here. It's not perfect. I've got some issues. About like 3 weeks, it might have been the Perth Raw, I can't remember, but there was that thing where it was weird. Like Stephanie Vaquer was like to Roxanne Perez, yeah, you can have a shot whenever you want. And Roxanne Perez was like, no, actually, we'll have one on my time. She was offering you a title shot there. And then they just new way, and Stephanie Vaquer beat her. And it was like, all right, so much for getting the shot on your own time. And then they reset all this up where like Roxanne Perez now gets the pinfall that should get her a title shot, and instead they give it to Raquel instead. Like, I get why Raquel should get one, and the team are doing well, but it's complacent. Like, that sort of booking is complacent. They're hitting the big idea stuff quite well. The stuff that you're supposed to take away from this is that Stephanie Vaquer is a proper babyface fighting champion. I say this all the time. Just one of my favorite things. Should feature on TV all the time when you can. Nikki Bella's heel turn, hiding in plain sight, is quite fun to watch play out gradually.
They never hide another.
They never hide. Nikki Bella's like, visible in plain sight heel turn. It's quite fun to watch play out. It's that wrestling thing, it's like you're watching it week by week. And the Judgment Day, like the two of them, relatively well sort of serviced off these storylines in which they look less like klutzes compared to their male counterparts in the Clubhouse. So I get like all the big picture things being quite nicely tended to, but it's sloppy and slapdash when you actually break it down week on week.
Yeah. This match didn't really do much for me, to be perfectly honest. Where's Nikki Misawa? She wasn't laying it in quite as much.
It's not been that run.
Last week was.
Last week was. That's what I'm saying.
Wobbled Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, she absolutely rocked their shit. There's not much of that in here. It was just a match. I mean, it were.
It's quite useful that Nikki Bella's run's gone mostly as it's gone, Because in that like backstage segment earlier on, she was like, Stephanie, I'm sorry, I suck. Stephanie's like, see, all right, you're doing good.
Yeah.
A hair ruffler sort of thing. Because if she was kicking ass every week and there wasn't all these like little botches or flubs or whatever, you'd be like, come on, Nikki, you're doing great. Whereas, because she's not, there's your justification for turning heel.
I know what the shot is, of course, of the heel turn now, because we saw it last week. Jesus, just starched Roxanne Perez.
Kick a race.
What a
Drop
shot.
kick. Boom. Almost have to print on her.
Gets her in the entrance, just the hot ones go flying.
Right, we cut to Adam Pearce's office, and
Oh my God.
there's a tumbler. Yes! Yes, keep that for January. Bloody love a tumbler, me.
I wish there was a whole ceremony and presentation and every bracket was announced in advance. I understand. We could have just written question mark for, Joe Hendry or Matt Cardona, whatever the case may be.
Oh, let's not spoil the podcast we could potentially do later this week.
We'll just have, those weren't the real guests.
Okay,
bro.
yeah, sorry, yeah.
Come on, bro.
Got games to play.
I saw Tumblr. I got excited and then, wilted.
Yeah, more on the announcements a little bit later on.
Tumble dryer.
Yeah,
matches that came out of it.
Two of those matches, I'm thinking, Jesus Christ.
CM Punk runs into Jey Uso backstage. Jay says, I know I've been all over the place lately.
And I mean, folks, where's the
Left,
lie?
right, up from down,
Yeet from no yeet.
front, chest and back. What was that neck? That neck breaker spot was incredible.
Oh, God. CM Punk moved forward with his left foot right on Jay's head. Switch on!
I can't remember what he hit the GTS, didn't he? And then he was like, time to wake this guy up with some bottle of water. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on there.
Felt like a little
Wouldn't
bit.
he won the world title by count out, so it would have been fine.
Yeah, I was listening to Post Wrestling yesterday, and they said the same thing. It's
My
like, why
guys.
bother? Just
Well, it's like
should have clarified.
world title, and I understand that like they were differentiating it from the stipulation the first one where you can win the title by count out, Drew, but it's vacant, so you can win it any way you want, can't you? That doesn't belong to them.
Honourable way to win it.
I guess, yeah.
Not like Drew, who's just, I'll take anything, to be honest.
Or he just wanted to tip a water bottle in his head to
Yeah.
That's what I thought was going on.
reduce him somewhat.
I wonder if that happens, that water stuff, because he did give him the old wake up, asshole.
Yeah.
That was a very frustrated, like exasperated. What was the who was it when it was like in ECW? Well, that hurt. Like
It was
Elijah Burke?
Yeah.
Burke.
like so. Those
Why
ones.
do I remember that?
I think it was like a little YouTube viral thing.
That was it.
You know, that did actually hurt. He wasn't just saying, that. He said, like, he spoke about Elijah Burke, CM Punk, as like, it's his least favorite opponent. Because
Really?
just like so clumsy in there, that no chemistry. But if you look at that spot, he drives that knee right into the spine. He does well to not like wince. It's more like a resigned, you've hurt me again.
It's supposed to be a work.
Yeah.
Makes sense why he didn't join the new breed. Looking back now then.
There you go. Yeah, fooled him, didn't he?
Maybe that could be Kevin Thorne get him against the Vision in See Up To.
Well, that's the worst fantasy booking idea of the year. Congratulations, you've done it.
That is
Bubba Ray had a better one.
that is Reddit tier fantasy book in there.
Thorne. I like that vampire who's with him. So,
Why? Just lots of stage presence.
Yeah, she's like,
Love Halloween stuff. You do it.
yeah, back in the day, she's sort of the back in the day version of what we got with Zelina right now, really.
Yeah.
The female snake. Have you heard she's lost her surname, by the way? Careless.
She's just Zelina.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut up, man. Did.
I didn't want me when I left the house, but. Yeah, sorry. Punk and Jay are backstage.
And the Z's replaced by a bunch of S's because
She's a snake.
Zelina Snake.
Jay says.
We did a news video yesterday,
It's funny.
and that was the second story for some reason. I think we just
slewed in yesterday.
and like we were doing the video. I'm thinking this can't be the second story. How can I possibly? And I was just like, well, technically it's news. It's new information. So it is, it's news. It's not old. It's news. I couldn't care less about it. And we're going to move swiftly on. We've got a decent story forth, but it is new information.
Yep.
So
That's aggregation.
yeah.
Just got to do it.
Hey, and you got to do it with a smile on your face and pat her on your heart.
Yeah.
And what was it? butter in my ass or whatever it is.
Just, I like butter in my ass and a lollipop in my mouth. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Aggregate that.
Yeah.
Something in Jay's heart.
Breaking news. Michael Sidgwick likes butter in his ass and a lollipop in his mouth. He says that's just the kind of guy he is.
I caught up backstage with him while he was buttering his ass earlier.
I can't believe it's not butter in my ass. Anyway, something in Jay's heart is telling him to help CM Punk.
Beloved coming up to you with a, what's the flower?
Buttercup,
It's like a
no,
buttercup, daisy dandelion, what is it?
What?
That you wake if you hold it under your chin. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's like if you can see the yellow under your chin, you like butter?
Yeah, it's like a dandelion. You never
No,
did this
no,
as a
it's
kid?
just add it to the
Or are you
list.
just too busy watching Coliseum Silver Vision video that you never went frolicking? And everyone knows I love to frolic.
It is a buttercup, yeah.
So you put a buttercup under the chin, and it would go yellow, and it goes, how do you like butter? And if your chin goes yellow with a reflection, you go, yeah, you like butter. Because someone puts a buttercup under my chin, goes, do you like butter? Yeah, I like it in my ass.
Hold the buttercup to your arsehole. Oh, yep.
Do you like butter? Yeah, I got some in my ass right now.
How would it not go yellow?
But that's the
Is
thing.
that like vampire stuff?
I know it's always yellow, man.
Well, then, what's the point of that?
Well, here's the point of it, Dickface. It's something that 6-year-old kids do
Right.
because they think it's magic.
Okay.
You've never...
Is that like sort of listening to the sea in a shell or something?
Yeah, if you like.
Oh, you can hear
Some-
the-
yeah,
you can hear the
something
sea.
like that. Yeah, just something to entertain them. And then what the real purpose of it is
Yep.
if you're like at a picnic or whatever, or like you find yourself in an open space in public, and you just want to maybe crack open a beer or have some conversation with your fellow adults, you go,
He's still 6 years old. I'm trying to figure out.
no, like, I've got a 6-year-old.
Oh, there you go. I'm just trying.
So you pick up the buttercup and go, hey, do you like butter? Like, do I like butter? Right, see, every other parent that we know, and you can buy an hour.
Yeah, I like that. Right, you've got me.
All right.
You've sold me on it now. It's like Dragon's Den. I'm in.
Mine are like 12 and 10. They're not going to care, are they?
You've missed the boat on that.
Yeah. Dad, I've got my Switch, thanks. I'm good. Got the Switch game. Do you like butter? Yes.
Good game.
Yeah.
There you go.
So anyway, Jay and Punk still backstage.
Do you like butter? I can never tell with your
Don't
hate
put this on the list, please.
with your hatred of moisture.
Butter's
But
fine.
he does hate moisture generally. You know, this is an established
he's-
Hamflett canon.
Yeah, he's right.
Unless it's like a snazzy drink.
Yeah, but because that's where moisture belongs in a drink.
Food's dry, drinks are wet. That's literally how he approaches his life.
Thank you, Sidge. That's the name of my upcoming cookbook. Christmas stocking filler. Food dry, drink wet. Butter's fine, but I used to live with a butter snob, a butter nonce, and I don't get that. Like, you would pay quite a lot
Oh, for the fancy.
for the fancy butter. Marge is fine. Like, margarine, whatever. Just some
shop butter.
just some spread for your sarnie, whatever. Like, do what you want. I'm not like, you know.
I've got 2 thoughts on this before we move on to the wrestling, okay?
I can't live without it, though. I can't live without it.
People think Lurpak. Don't know what it's like in the other country, America, but in England, Lurpak is considered this beautiful luxury item in terms of your spreads. The mere fact that they have to designate a certain product of theirs as spreadable is an indictment, as opposed to what? The big lump of cold that is just going to make holes in my bread?
Awful, isn't it, as well, when it's too...
Honestly,
That's right. You have to have butter dish out on the side.
No.
no,
that stresses me out.
No.
Very middle class. Isn't it?
I forego taste and instead go, can I actually spread them? I like it when you can spread them, okay?
Me too. Yeah. What are we talking about?
But
No,
Marge,
sorry.
okay? To the point where it's just like, oh no, you just have to do this thing where you drag it with a knife, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, like to warm it up a little bit. So I'll just get some olive spread from Aldi and it just does the job straight away.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, I'll keep it room temperature, which apparently is a big war crime. people don't like it. It's like, it's disgusting if you keep it room temperature. It's like, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. And furthermore, university, housemates, that's my butter.
Oh, yeah.
If I want to leave it out and I've bought it, guess what I'm going to do, dickhead? I'm going to leave it out and it's mine. You got to put it in the fridge. Sorry, did you buy that?
Do you ever draw noughts and crosses in it to catch people out?
That's very clever.
What was that?
Oh, once you used it, if it was yours, just treat yourself to a little X's and O's in it, and then nobody would notice that, and then you'd go back and, there's a giant great big spread line out of it. I think somebody's nicked my butter. That's how you catch them.
Did steal someone's cereal and got caught once, though.
Good.
Oh. She went ballistic.
Yeah,
really?
Good.
Come on, love, go cost £1.
Principle of it, innit? Sometimes you just really want that thing, and if it's a Sunday in the shop's shut, like,
Comes in, you're just spreading butter over the cornflakes. Come on, love.
a butter dish.
Yeah.
That has got to be more hassle than it's worth, because you'd be tipping it out the pot, wouldn't you? Onto some.
It's not like liquid.
No, but I'll get. We're all thinking the same thing. Like Sidge mentioned, Lurpak, Aldi, whatever.
We just get shop butter. Yeah.
Right.
We did have Lurpak, and then recently, well, not recently, in the last 5 years, I was like, we're not buying that anymore.
Yeah, what's the point?
You have to get a
50 quid spend.
Yeah.
What's happened?
You have to put a knife around the outside to get it out of the pot and into the butter dish.
You mean to wiggle the top off?
No, what are you talking about? So
when you mentioned putting a butter dish out in your kitchen, that's like
it's
a sort
glass,
of.
It's a glass dish. It's got a glass lid. So
Sorry,
it's got the word butter in on it, just in case you were confused as well.
My apologies. FX is the bear.
So you got the glass, and it's got the thing. You take it off.
Yeah.
And it's on a little.
Right. Okay. So you've
Wilbourn's
just
butter museum in his house he's got going on.
you just bought a supermarket own brand version of I Can't Believe It's Not Butter called something like What? Not Butter or whatever those fakies are.
What?
I love them ones. Like,
Oh no, it's not in a tub. It's just in a block. So you just take the thing off and plonk it in.
got you. I was thinking sort of
Taking
dispensing it from
it out
just
from the-
seems so pointless.
Yeah,
like,
that is
just-
a lot of. That is pointless.
Yeah.
So you're
thank
the
you.
one the little cube that's got stuff wrapped
Oh,
around.
I don't
it.
like
Just
that.
plonk that in.
I prefer a container as well. I like sort of. I don't mind it fridge or side.
Yeah.
You want it where you can actually use it.
Yeah.
But the container's neater. You don't get it on your fingers. I like that.
I've got it on my fingers.
No, but
If
you've
you're
got more
using it
chance
to
on that.
cook, though, the block helps because it's so much easier to
Got a
weigh it
knob
out.
off. Got a knob off.
So much easier to measure and weigh it out and cut it.
That's
But you don't cook, so.
That's it. All these things make sense when I'm explained.
Put your knob in the
Like
in
your
the frying
5.
pan.
Sometimes even younger. I don't know.
Oh, you were cooking. Now you're 40.
It's not going great. It's like one dish a month, if that.
That's all right. No. I will not bully him for this.
And it's still only like practicing stuff that I should have learned sort of like
No,
25
that's fine.
years ago.
Never too young.
Did
Never too old.
Like I cooked my first ever spaghetti bolognese like 3 months ago.
That's good, though.
That
That's
is good.
I mean, you should have eaten it. It wasn't. But like,
How
but
do you that up?
yeah,
Spaghetti. It's a bit crunchy. This.
I like.
I did have a mate once who tried to air fry dry pasta until someone had to tell him, you dickhead, you boil it off first and then, yeah.
Why would you even do it? Pasta. I love that about pasta.
Yeah, pasta is the easiest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was just flavourless. I liked it. But yeah, it was.
What was wrong? Didn't season it, or?
Yeah, I just hid one of them Domio sauces in and didn't get
That's not
experiment.
cook. That's heating. I won't bully you for that. Not that you go on Google, right?
BBC Good Food.
Yeah. BBC Good Food is Bible for like the entry level cooker. Okay. Like tin of tomatoes, like seasoning, garlic, onion. You just put Domio in a pan.
Still time to do Dadley's Dine with me.
Use that
I'm not going to
BBC.
his house.
Use that BBC thing for vinegarless poached eggs. I showed you that, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm impressed by that. That's the
Yeah.
thing. You've got the ability. I'm fighting for you in that stuff. Jey Uso.
I am a kitchen
Why are
Jey
you in that
Uso.
kitchen?
The Jey Uso of cooking.
That is absolutely fair. Yeah.
Speaking of Jey Uso, he's still backstage with CM Punk.
Oh, yeah.
They've been having this chat for ages. Something in his heart is telling him to help CM Punk. He says, which Jey Uso am I talking to right now? Jay says, you're talking to main event Jey Uso. He appreciated the fight, but said, look, fair play, you're the best in the world. If I was world champion right now, the Vision would be going after me. They're not going to stop, but we can finish that Vision problem tonight. Punk tells Jay, get your gear on. Yeet.
I'm glad Jey Uso understood what CM Punk was saying here, because when CM Punk said neckbreaker, Jey Uso didn't get that. So good that they were able to communicate effectively.
Get on the same page.
This just goes back to my thing in the first segment, really. It's not even that it's War Games. It's not ideal that it's War Games, but it's just this some goodies in the vision. Some goodies in the vision again. It
is mainly War Games because they always have to do this. They're just like
They don't have to. They don't have to. It's a work.
Right? Triple H was pretty good at it. Like his War Games builds.
He's not good at nothing, no mo.
No. His War Games builds are pretty good. Like the way in which he would bring groups together fairly organically a couple of months out before you would just everybody's head was like going War Games, War Games, War Games.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, right, they're kind of aligning a bit. This is just rot, isn't it? Just
it's crap, isn't it?
Not into it.
Then we got Penta versus El Grande Americano.
I was into this.
There was one bit that I thought might unify the Dadleys at last, and I think we all know what it is.
I liked the announcement that Bravo has 5 R's in his name, so I'll make sure I pronounce that properly. Yeah. And Rayo, is that the other one, I think? Yes, early on, Penta sends Americano to the apron, kicks him, goes for a destroyer on the apron, but Americano blocks and baseball slide kicks him to the floor and mocks Penta brilliantly, so we go to a break. We come back, and Penta fights back. Tornado DDT, big flip dive. Crowd love that. But Bravo trips him down, gets an ejection from that. And they load up El Grande's mask with the help of Rayo. This time, he gets caught trying to catch Penta as he goes up top and gets kicked out. Penta's like, I might as well dive onto you as well. And as he goes back in, it looks like El Grande Americano is going to get the win with a diving headbutt, but that just gets super kicked out of the air. And a middle rope Canadian destroyer finishes El Grande Americano, and Penta managed to escape before the others managed to get him.
Just all of this was a bit of me. Like, help me trust the process still, or again, or whatever it is, what's gone on with WWE in 2025, and this was it. Penta puts in a strong showing at Saturday Night's Main Event, loses, but is over, is really well liked. You want to see him get back in the hunt again. You want to be instructed a little bit, but you also want to know how much you should buy him, how much you should reinvest, because, he's only really flirted with the main event, and now he's coming for the secondary title and lost it, and that's feud over. Like, nice to feel definitively that Dominik got it done, and he's kind of put those two rivals to bed all at once, so that can feel fresh. But then what do you do with the rivals? Rusev, we'd find out, had this direction, but especially what do you do with the Penta? Because it's wrestling. How often does it happen where somebody just falls into the vortex? It's the reality of the churn and the big rosters and all of that. And then it's just like, well, we've got him if we need him, but so what? This couldn't have been a more satisfying, I don't even want to say rehabilitation, just a reminder of, no, Penta lives here. And if at any given moment we decide that we're going to rocket strap him to a certain point again, we'll do it. Like, this was really effective booking for me, or like a good match, a good entertaining match, everything well executed, blah, 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 blah. But like, but way more importantly, like a restoration of the faith in the Penta character to get stuff done. Outsmarted like 3 heels, so like won a numbers game that was weighted against him in a situation that was perfectly suited to it, because Bravo and Rio can basically just be like crash test dummies for El Grande Americano. The work itself was of a quite high standard, which is like, it is a bonus. I'm not saying that flippantly. It is a bonus that the work was of a high standard. But Penta,
You are saying it flippantly. It's fine.
But I feel it too. Yeah. Like, it is just a bonus, really. That's not what's gotten Penta over this year.
No.
So like, it's
just a funny walk.
And something that they changed on this show.
He's just flamboyant out the edge.
Yeah.
Like, he's identified what he needs. El Grande Americano's gear as well looked fantastic. I love that little updated look he's got. Really sorry, Chad Gable. Everything about this is better without you in it.
Why you mention Chad Gable?
Because he was the El Grande Americano character before Ludwig Kaiser took it on.
Where's your evidence of that, mate?
I'll show you loads of it. It's gone from strength to strength, which, sorry, like, wrestling's weird like that and cruel. Get well soon, Chad Gable, and you are missed. But
he's helping Maxine Dupree prepare.
Good, great, and it shows. I love this.
Did you like his new pyro?
I did, right, but I was watching an old Penta match from like the second or third, like the Netflix episode of Raw, because I'm currently doing ups and downs for WWE in 2025. Ain't too many ups right now, but I was luxuriating in like Penta's great year. I've just put him in as an up, like a real unexpected, by me, success story in WWE. And those first,
I said at the time he's going to get over like gangbusters.
Yeah,
When the rumors is like in this yeet year era.
Yes.
I think Sarah Miedo might just be an absolutely gigantic hit, actually.
And like, and he wears it so well. And Catherine Wheel City Jones for those early entrances when they couldn't decide what they wanted and what they didn't. Brilliant magic. And I've used the picture of him in the giant hat because that was good too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Penta back. Everything's fine. Good for Penta.
Yes, I like Penta, but more to the point, did you see El Grande Americano do Penta's dance?
Yeah.
Mm.
It was unbelievable. Pop my tits off. Hey, excellent. It was excellent.
I couldn't have ever imagined in the era of the original version of Imperium and Ilya Dragunov arriving in like 2021 Chrome Skull NXT that I would enjoy
Chrome Skull,
what they've all offered
Yeah.
separately. You know, the much missed Giovanni Vinci, but Ludwig Kaiser and his ability to like apply patter to every role he's given, Gunther as Gunther, kind of into Ilya Dragunov in his Lex Luger total package era so far.
Everyone's like, God, it's a disgrace. Look at his gear. And I'm like, you made him a little bit more interesting.
Yeah,
thank
he's
you.
awesome.
I will say, I don't really, live in SmackDown town very much. In SmackTown.
SmackDown.
But
Remember
my
the show
God.
Smackville?
Pain will entertain you. It's awful. I quite like it.
Yeah, we got a game out of it, didn't I? I got you to try and guess what he said, and you pretty much got it in the office the other day. And by the way, before I forget,
Oh my God.
you've seen the Dragon of Nathan Fraser match from
You're not allowed to like it, man.
Smackers.
When I'm cleaning windows.
Really fun.
Great matches that exist for the prestige of winning, sporting adjacent, hot moves. That's not your thing, man. Well, it isn't on a Thursday. I know that for a fact.
We
I
hear
thought you're not allowed to like that. I just took issue with them.
we hear a vignette from the Kabuki Warriors.
SmackDown was really good again, wasn't it?
It's had a better streak than that United fan, unfortunately, now.
Yeah. Only got to 3, didn't he? SmackDown's on 4.
Why didn't he just say unbeaten in 5? Because that at the time was also unthinkable.
Yeah. We were
I
debating.
mean, I know the thing. He wants Man U to lose deep down, so
And he's also got like ridiculous exposure, obviously, and I mean a lot of hair products as well, from what I've seen.
I felt as if this was like a bit of a wrestling thing, and because we were debating this a bit on the SmackDown preview, we were like, I think he probably wanted it to come to an end now. You sort of want to go out on top, like end of the world, start of the new world, and now he's back to like.
He's got a decent run now, though. They've got a few like Wolves, those sorts of games. Sorry, Wolves.
I guess the
fans.
countdown does start again every time, but yeah, I feel like it was peaking for him, and at some point, it's just how these things work. It's going to turn.
It's a good gag, though. I mean, have you seen his bonnet?
It is big.
It's massive.
It's too
Honestly,
big.
It's not quite as big as CM Punk's Buffon, but we are getting close to it.
You ever seen in
Sorry. I'll read you their December fixtures.
okay.
At home against West Ham. Away against Wolves. Tough one at home against Bournemouth. Away against Aston Villa.
That's
Boxing Day. The decider potentially. Home against Newcastle.
you'd want to be that 5th game again, wouldn't you? There's a bit of extra
Jeopardy.
stakes. Yeah. No,
After that, Wolves again. Leeds, Burnley, Man City, Arsenal.
you got a team that because of the weird fixtures things you're playing like twice in a month. We've got Man City in that, same as that Wolves Man United do.
Too scared to look.
Feels like it's some sort of weird
I
January.
keep forgetting that we've got frigging PSG away at some point. Hopefully, that's sort of like a total bonus.
Oh my God, we came so close to getting Gateshead yesterday, by the way. in the
Oh, did
draw.
you?
Yeah. Home draw against Doncaster.
Are they league? Yeah, stay in League 2.
Who? Gateshead?
No, Donny.
Donny are a league above us, but we battered them last season. So
Bat at them.
5-2, I want to say. So, third round, potentially.
The Man City big hair guy. You ever seen that?
Man United.
Man United, sorry. You ever seen the Parks and Rec episode where Ron Swanson is reacquainted with the wife that kind of ruins his life? They have that one wild night, and then so he's normally this stoic figure. He's got a bit of a CM Punk bouffant about him, and the next day they're both in prison. They've got married, divorced, the whole deal, and he's got cornrows, That might be the only thing this Man United fan can do to manage this at some point, because it's not just a bouncy afro, it's starting to like go up and down at the same time. It's
ridiculous.
Like, I mean, it puts hair somewhere. Like, so if you just like, you know, like that fantastic tweet that you pointed out, Nicholas, where like Shearer turns up on Match of the Day and says, have we got a plan for this? And it's just he's wearing like a full like long hair.
And he
like,
looks incredible.
Michael Hutchins sort of hairpiece. What's the plan for this? Like his Man United hair kid going like, what's the plan for this?
Yeah.
Like if it's up and down here, it's got to go somewhere.
He's going to have to stop going to games because people won't be able to see. He'll have to buy the seat behind him as well. Sorry, mate, can I just... Anyway.
Just birds growing in it and stuff.
That's the end of the soccer tangent.
We've still got that new feature, guys.
Oh, yeah, still coming. The Kabuki Warriors issue a warning to Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Asuka said her kindness will not last forever, and they were coming for the tag titles, basically. And then out comes the king.
Oh my God.
Dominik Mysterio. He walks out to quite the reaction. Calls himself the king of the luchadors. He said, the weekend I proved I was the greatest intercontinental champion of all time, greatest AAA mega champion of all time. And there is no man on this planet that can stop me. And then that deadbeat dad that is Rey Mysterio came out to a great reaction as well. Rey says, you look surprised. Dom, you can say you're the greatest champion of all time all day long. I don't care. But I draw the line when you say you're the king of the luchadors. Every time you say that, it's an insult to our family, the name, and an insult to our blood. You think you're the greatest luchador of all time, huh? What about El Santo, Blue Demon, Eddie Guerrero? Ooh. You think you're better than them? Dom, brilliant comeback. You keep my father's name out of your mouth. And yes, I am better than them. El Santo, I'm better than him. Blue Demon, I'm better than him. Eddie Guerrero, better than him. But there's one luchador I know for a fact that I'm better than. And you didn't mention him, and that's you. And Rey says, look, you can disrespect me all you want. I don't care. But I'm not going to stand here and let you disrespect Lucha Libre. Dom's like, well, what? What are you going to do? You're jealous. I mean, look at you. You're already stealing my mustache. But at the end of the day, you're just here to cash in because I made the Mysterio name relevant. Not only that, but I've already surpassed everything that you've ever done.
And I mean, folks, where's the lie?
So what am I going to have to do? Kick your ass again? I think even I've remembered what happened there, Dom. Why don't you listen to the king of the luchadors and get the hell out? Ray's like, okay, I'm going to leave. But before I leave, you need to understand three things. As long as I'm around, you're never going to be king of the luchadors. As long as I'm around, this will never be your ring. And as long as I'm around, you will never be the greatest Mysterio. Dom sort of takes a second and swings for the most obvious of cheap shots of all time. Misses, obviously. Rey beats up his son. Horrible. Dom drops him with a knee, but Rey reverses the Irish. Reverses the Irish whip. Tilt Will had scissors. 619 to his own son. But before he can hit the frog splash, Dom hightails it out of there. Loved this.
I wish I'd made a list and brought it with me because I'm certain I'm going to forget at least one of the things I loved about this. There were so many things. But I say that with the caveat of if all of this is in service of the Dead Man and is absolutely bull Triple H card instead of a show that matters to me, I will be fuming.
Well,
because this was exceptional. I loved this. Dominik Mysterio I want to isolate for individual praise outside of this back and forth with Rey Mysterio because his timing at this point is so impressive that like when he does stuff like, well, when he does anything, he's starting to get cheered. Like the ripples just get louder and louder and louder and louder, but he always seems to know how to measure it in such a way. We said this in the matches, but like it's extended to his promos as well, when to embrace the heat and try and push back. That's confidence, the likes of which I wish 100 wrestlers had, because, you know, it looks tough to get a reaction sometimes, and he's so confident with this babyface swell that isn't going anywhere that he can give them a little bit and then take it right the way back. Either pull a rug or just be like, no, you're not having that. I'm not letting you cheer me. That's when it's the best, because what's going to happen is those cheers are going to get louder and louder because fans are desperate to. And this week's was the, like, take his name out your mouth. I'm still better than him.
Yeah.
Like, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Not even a chance that was, like, as a funny line on its own terms, but also, well, wait a minute, don't say that about Eddie Guerrero. I'll say it about Eddie Guerrero, not you, little pathetic Rey Mysterio. So that, like, layers and layers of irony, but, like, just in terms of actually crowd manipulation, fantastic. as always, for Dominik at the moment. Just so electrifying, I'll use the word, to see a wrestler in that kind of form in this sort of moment that he's having. A sort of, in this current climate, a sort of inspired bit of potential matchmaking or booking here. We have said in very recent podcasts across all shows, WWE and AEW, how sick we are of wrestlers that won't get out of each other's way. The Bloodline, the Elite, CM Punk and Seth Rollins. There's bloody loads of it. You would think that you would need to keep Rey and Dominik apart for like 5 years.
This felt magic instantly.
Oh, the second they were back on screen, you'd be like, yes, please. San Diego, the father and son match in the hometown. Like,
Is that where War Games is?
yeah.
Oh,
Please
hell
give me
yeah.
it. I want that so. I wanted John Cena and Dominik Mysterio. I don't anymore. I want the latest battle of the father and son Mysterio Wars to take place in San Diego, while we now know Rey's daughter's also training, and what if she's in town with it. I want all of it, right? And they even gave you the 619 because that's not what the money of this is.
Yeah.
Furthermore, as an additional detail, and I hope that WWE still care, and it hasn't just been fed to AI, Dominik Mysterio was able to beat Rey Mysterio all of one time, and they used that as to validate that Liv Morgan's been a benefit to his life because she was the difference maker in him winning. If Roxanne Perez is the difference maker in Dominik Mysterio getting the win to strengthen their bond
I do like
ahead of Liv's eventual comeback, just really, really lovely overlapping booking as well. Please don't give it to a AAA card. The dead man don't deserve it.
Well, until I was reminded, or maybe learned for the first time, that War Games emanates from San Diego, my first thought was do this in Mexico. Do this in Mexico. The heat would be absolutely out the ass. No, absolutely perfect time to revisit it. Obviously, wrestling works in such a weird way. Rey's injury helped him and my investments. I'm glad he got hurt, and probably quite badly. He had this like really painstaking recovery, especially at his grand old age, you know? Now this felt magic, the Eddie Guerrero stuff. Just when you thought I was out, please stop paying tribute to them. It's like, it's not, I'm not trying to be harsh and speak ill of the dead, but, you know, it's every week almost.
People don't do it with any kind of artfulness. It's just like, oh, yeah, he did that.
The mere mention of his name got potentially the TV pop of the year. They went crazy at the mention of the dude's name. No, all this is magic for all the reasons Hamflett's mentioned. Like, because it really helps when you've got an additional hook. This one's like when you do a return match of any kind. This has got like several. San Diego, the fact that there's been a long time, the fact that it was magic the first time, or the however many times they've done it. There's a lot of factors converging to make this brilliant. Do it at San Diego, right? Oh my God. Do it in San Diego. Rey Mysterio wins. He sort of tries to help Dom to his feet. It's like, this has gone on long enough, right? You've had your little teenage rebellion phase, and because you're a WWE character, you did this at the age of like 25 or whatever, because all of our young hot stars are 40. You know, like, yeah. And Dom's like, nah, get away from me, get away from me. Refuses to do it. Meanwhile, weeks and months pass by, okay, on Raw. Like, Dominik doesn't have a title. Maybe he loses the AAA one. I mean, I don't give a rat's ass about that. Dead man can worry about that. And then, like, the losses start to pile up. So, what the hell's going on? It's like he's sort of realizing as Dominik Mysterio, like, God, this ain't really working for me. That's a bit of a confidence issue. So I need to go big or go home here. And he goes big and he goes home by offering Rey Mysterio, I never saw your face enough when I was growing up. I never saw your face enough when I was growing up because you were a deadbeat dad. Now everyone else is going to see it, just like they saw it and I didn't. When we have a mask versus hair match at WrestleMania, they have the mask. I was going to start delivering this like Bully Ray. He puts the mask on the line. Okay, Dominik, do you think all along? Oh, look, Wrecker. You think all along? Characters. Do you think he's been growing this mullet just to chase the muff around and have the rock star hair? No, he's been doing it for this exact reason.
Extra, LaGreca. I got the news and the scoop.
He's gonna cut that bitch off on the Grande stage. So that the mask versus hair. Liv's not back yet. She's not back, but Roxanne, she's been putting the graft on. She wants, seal the deal soon. And Dominik's like maybe a little bit tempted, but like he says like, nah. I think I found the one actually. I think I found the one in Liv. And then WrestleMania happens. The match happens. Mask versus hair. Rey wins again. He doesn't want to do it, but this is the lesson that Dominik's needed all along. The scissors come out. And then all you hear is whatever Roxanne Perez's theme tune is. It's Def Rebel. I don't know. And then she comes out and then laughs at him. This big humiliation. Like, you're not good to me, you loser. Laughs at him and the hair gets cut off. And then Liv comes out and then she reunites. Goes, I don't care what you look like on the outside or your beautiful locks. I just love you for you, Dom. And then that's how it all kicks off.
Rocks her necks on with Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, then,
Huh? Sorry.
thanks. And I finally got into a WWE thing. And I started, got a fantasy book, and then just started sucking off Rey Mysterio in the middle of the ring.
I you, Dad.
And everyone's like,
It's gotten awkward.
there's probably there's kids in the audience and everything.
I was with the fantasy book until Wilbourn.
It's just like she's doing a crazy style and all sorts. Like just spitting on it. And
What's one of the most eternally beloved babyface in wrestling history? In the ring.
the thing is as well, like they didn't really plan for this. He's got absolutely untold powers of stamina. They're waiting, just like, come on, finish up, man.
Yeah, 69.
It just goes on and on because like Rey's like he's really good at it. He's got a lot of stamina.
You have to move loads of the matches tonight too because it's just like it's been about an hour now.
Stem cells doing a lot of heavy.
Oh, dear.
Well, that's what I said.
There we go. That's that.
And that's WrestleMania.
Following this,
Is now a good time for the feature, or should
I've
we?
got it. Don't worry, it's just before the main event. We've got the retention. Don't you worry.
Oh god.
We see Lyra Valkyria chatting to Bayley backstage.
To the force of podcasting that.
Sorry, number one, baby.
Ernest Fantasy Booking, LaGreca, Bully Ray, way too long sex.
Pop rocks off.
Yeah.
Bailey's been acting weird all day. All day, not for the last month.
This is a farce. And it's not entertaining enough to...
Seeing the Kabuki Warriors brought back a lot of bad memories.
Have they dropped all of it?
A bit.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's getting like, I know that like
She did a grumpy handshake, didn't she? That was about the best you got here.
it's weird brackets general, but Lyra didn't specify particularly why Bayley was difficult that day. Then they do their, for the second week in a row, like patterned high five in which Bayley delivers it, but grumpily. And the match just sort of happens.
Yeah.
It's slapping her personality out of her gone now. Gone by the wayside, has it? It's WWE told the story, like somebody like serious, like mental health concerns. Recovered! That's it. That's just like that.
Rey Mysterio's eye got better. Bayley got better. It's fine.
Yeah, his eye grew back. So.
But before we got to the match, we have Tess and Wade talking about something. I can't remember what it was, but Becky Lynch climbs on the desk and says, shut up, Tess. I've been going through a lot. My hot husband's laid up at home. Vision's ruined everything. There's a crooked referee hell-bent on holding her down. And GM sent me home to cool down, even though I'm the definition of cool. And the crowd obviously react. And she says, the only cool thing to come out of New Mexico is a TV show about how much meth you do. Good line.
That was nice. That was cute.
She says, Maxime Dupri isn't cool either. She was lucky to survive a match against her, and she won't shut up about it because the idiot fans make her feel like she belonged. She says, let me tell you something, Maxine. You don't survive in this by being lucky. You survive by being good. But look, for me, I'm not just good. I'm the greatest female wrestler of all time. It's not just me saying it. Other people saying it. Sports Illustrated say it. Bleacher Report says it as well. I'm a lifelong student of the game. And look, Maxine, this isn't a test you can cram for, but try as you will. Take all the time you want. Train with the best. Won't make any difference. You know why? Because the next time you step in the ring with me, one wrong move, it won't just be the biggest opportunity of your career. It'll be your last. Welcome to the big time. And as she marches to the back, she gets face-to-face with, hopefully, War Games partners, I assume?
Aye, probably.
Asuka and Kairi Sane.
Where'd that come from?
Who could care less? I've run out of superlatives for Becky Lynch at this point. I love her. She's my favourite WWE wrestler, full stop, for the same reasons that were there 2 years ago, whenever she kind of entered this run of, I'm going to get everybody over I possibly can.
Becky Hogan, yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely everybody I possibly can. And when you thought, right, well, yeah, but don't bother being a heel again because you're just too beloved. Like, it's really cool that you kind of want to dominate every lane, but pick that one because that's where you're absolutely at your best. She's kind of proven me, like, wrong again by doing it as a heel and doing this performative burial artist. It's such a neat trick to play. The performative burial artist that gets over everybody she works with and does a great job of performing it as well. I absolutely love Becky Lynch. I did not give a toss about the War Games tease. Like, again, a personal issue has drawn money. It might not draw money, but it's drawn my interest, right, in this Maxine Dupree thing, in series of matches that have built to a grand payoff and two characters that are better off for it, the whole deal. What, they're going to, like, chuck them on opposite sides in a cage? It's so crap. Like how heavy the cage hangs in the titty of WWE and above those.
You ever thought about worming out inside of War Games, though? Worm games.
Or in the mini
Worm games!
Worming out in the mini cage. You haven't, like, go up the side of the walls because no space to worm out on the floor.
And she's worming out, but she's too close to the ropes, and then she has to go into the other ring and worm out there.
You're right, you've made it work.
But then she's a worm, she can split in half and she can work in both rings.
Oh, that's great.
That work? Is that true in the worm world? You can cut one in half. Is that like a... That doesn't work, does it?
What, if you cut a worm in half?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It grows a second head, or does it just worm out headless?
They both...
Look at you both kind of like, hey, yeah, and then I ask one more question. I don't know.
I admit to sliced up a worm when I was 7. Do it? No, my friend did it.
You just
He
watch
said he did it with a rock.
worms.
with the rock. Oh, with a rock.
Split it in half with a rock.
If you smell... What happens when you
split a worm in half?
cut
You're
a
doing
worm?
probably like beach stuff in your little Scarborough's place.
I like beach.
Pop rocks off, I think, works even better than when I first said it.
Yeah, it does.
She's the pat.
I had park, like, just my house was there, street was there, and there was a park. So there was like loads of worming out going on in there. When we used to play, and there was like a park committee where it's like, oh, we've got this park, and it's meant to just look like nice, so they could sip their tea out of it in the morning. There's loads of kids around, so they're going to play in the park. There's loads of politics about, no, the park's there for looking at, and like everyone else was like, understandably, well, I've got this house because
green space.
yeah, because it's essentially got like a garden that spans an entire street. Okay, and I also played football, and like someone came out, and oh god, that's the landlady's son. And my mum was tough. She had a reputation. Like, I just used to do what I want. My mum. And we did annoy them.
Did they have a no ball games sign in this?
Yeah, but like, I don't play by the rules. So I used to play football. But there was one time when I could, like, we used to play, what's it called, like the Crystal Maze. We used to, shocking this, and they did have a point, the park committee did have a point, where you used to rip the leaves off some of the trees. Just that would be the money thing at the end.
Yeah, that'd be the golden silver.
Hey, just like imagine, like you do want the park to look nice. You're just looking at like the landlady's son's just ripping all the leaves off the trees and that. It's like, I would hate me for that.
As I thought, it sort of depends.
Some kid ripped his ball sack open because it was like the fence was like corrugated like metal fence. And there was like this kind of spiky tips. And he tried to hop it rather than just walk 10 feet and go out the gate. And he ripped his ball sack open.
My dad told me one of those like parent lies.
Oh, yeah.
And it was supremely effective about
Like javelin going through someone's head at school.
They're still doing it at high schools, apparently.
Brilliant.
Tell the
I'm glad
story of
that's
the
still
kid.
going.
Why?
Kid through the neck on those spike fence. And I was like, right, yep. Like, asked and answered. I'll never climb that again. Thank you. Super effective.
One kid put a buttercup near his head. came off, didn't it? Or something, I don't know.
I've eaten butter again, which is ironic because he did like it.
As Sidge and I both thought, it sort of depends what worm you're talking about, mate.
Yeah.
Earthworms, obviously not. You
Right.
know, top end, head end will survive. Tail end, no head, no vital organs, so that'll die. But as me and Sidge were about to say, if you're talking about like hammerhead worms or marine bristle worms, obviously, yeah, you can grow 2 worms.
Oh.
Regenerate into 2 new worms. Planarians, types of flatworm that will regrow into a new worm from a single piece as well.
What kind of worms Maxine Dupree do a thing?
Ooh.
Hammerhead.
Hammerhead,
You got a worm,
Mm.
and then you cut that sucker in half.
Mm.
We just
then-
wiggled about and my friend lost interest.
Out the middle.
I don't think I ever did it.
The science of this is fascinating because out of the middle of that worm, the top bit of the middle grows a head, and the bottom bit of the middle grows a new ace. Like that's some impressive nature, that, isn't
It's
it?
something.
Yeah.
Isn't that like how you find out which end's which with a worm? Roll it in flour and see when it farts or something. Isn't that the test?
What is going on?
That's what I've heard.
I can't even.
You need to know which end, because I suppose it could burp though, so that'd really throw you off. Something rolling someone in flour and finding the wet spot. That's not worms. Sorry. Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria.
What went on in France on your family holidays?
I want to talk about it. Lyra crossbodies the Kabuki Warriors, does the woo, jumps to the outside, and Asuka just kicked her and then got suplexed on the
Still
floor.
having sex. Sorry, just check.
Yeah. What position? Got tired. I'm going to get on top.
God, I love these knees.
I did like the Kabuki Warriors celebrating as we go to commercial after they drop Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, they're good. They're a good act. They're going to win the belts.
Valkyria is in trouble, but she hits a gut wrench powerbomb, brings in Bayley, who runs wild. It's a diving elbow drop to the back of Asuka's neck for 2. But Kairi Sane cuts her off after making a blind tag. But Bayley fires back with a Bayley to belly for 2. Bayley gives Kairi a sunset flip powerbomb into the turnbuckle, and Valkyria comes in with a diving leg drop for a near fall. Sane gets Valkyria there in the corner, hits a double foot stomp, but Bayley just breaks up the cover. They hit that backbreaker elbow drop combo, do Valkyria and Bayley. Asuka just breaks it up. Bayley blocks a double team attempt by the Kabuki Warriors, but Asuka shoves Valkyria into Bayley. That knocks her off the apron, and as Valkyria comes off the ropes, Asuka catches her in an Asuka lock and gets the tap out. They target Valkyria post-match to the Kabuki Warriors, but outrun the tag team champions to chase them off. Bliss and Flair.
Didn't love this as much as the title match with Bliss and Flair and Lyra and Bayley because it obviously lacked the stakes, but makes me think that the Kabuki Warriors versus Bliss and Flair will be decent. Like,
Yeah.
It's all right, this little rotation.
Got a little division going.
Yeah,
weird.
It is strange,
Yeah.
but it feels believable, and the characters actually feel like they want to be there. And yeah, War Games will benefit them, I guess, because you're building numbers potentially on either side. And I like the tag title match like last week. Does feel like if you wanted to stick it on in the main event of Raw again, it wouldn't feel patronising.
No.
Like the Kabuki Warriors want the belts and have made it clear, and Charlotte and Asuka have got tons of history and all that. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I really liked. I want to see Asuka and Lyra in a match. They work together really strongly here. I thought. Seen that bit clipped around as well. I think a lot of people shared that opinion. Good match. There are lots of these on Raw where it's just like, yep, it's a good match, and you'll never remember them as long as you live. I'm always inviting them. I'm always inviting comparisons in my own head to, yeah, it's a good match. I see them all the time. I'm not so into the characters. Did enjoy Kairi Sane just being Kairi Sane at your heel. But then she's also a babyface, who's at her core, she's still like a nice, kind of happy-go-lucky, a bit
She can say it out,
irreverent.
can't she? Because you know that
She can still do those bits of crowd interactions and what have you. Because Asuka and a Kairi in a little feud could be a mini Roman Sammy dynamic that they're quietly building quite a lot in this women's scene right now.
Speaking of which, we go to the clubhouse, and there's Raquel and Roxanne coming in, celebrating their win, obviously.
Roxanne.
Roxanne Perez. So she must have finished then if she's in this segment.
Oh yeah. Sex is concluded.
No,
Oh, that's WrestleMania. This is.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Raw after WrestleMania.
Yeah, no Johnny's. So they could, sex stream rules, I suppose.
It's good.
Next week on Raw.
That's it takes on a pretty dark path. I'm not going to do it.
Doesn't get that dark, but let's carry on.
Next week on Raw, Raquel gets a title shot.
In your Vag Canadian Stampede.
God!
What?
What's the Canadian Stampede bit?
I was just trying to make it clear that I was doing a riff on In Your House by doing the suffix.
£0.
Yeah.
Season's beat offs.
Beware of Hog.
There you go.
Willie, I like it.
And when the lights go out, beware of Hog too.
Fatal Foursome.
Yes, good.
That's a more sort of family-friendly one.
Is it?
Well, it's not saying hog.
Oh, I see. Right. I thought
right,
when the
okay.
actual act of it. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
What went on in France?
So Raquel's got a title shot next week. Finn's very happy about the title coming back to the Judgment Day. And he's like, well, he's about to say, oh, me and JD just about go and win the tag titles back, actually. Grumpy Dom comes in. Oh, bloody dad. Where the hell were you out there? Finn was like, well, if you'd invited us to your title celebration, maybe we would have been there.
To your sex festival.
You wanted all the spotlight for yourself, though, didn't you? And he gives him a shillelagh, says, keep this safe. And they storm off for their tag title match. And Dom's like, they still going on at those bloody tag titles. Raquel has a word saying, well, what's kind of your fault they put the tag titles online in the first place? But then Roxanne says, calm down, dear. It's Judgment Day. Maybe you should go to ringside and help Finn and JD. Time to be the bigger man. Dom says, you got a good point. Cheers, Tuts. And leaves the clubhouse.
Yeah. Looks like all the pieces have fallen into place.
Then we got the tag title match. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Finn Balor and JD McDonagh. Judgment Day jumped them straight away. But Lee fought back with a sit-out powerbomb. Styles hit a big dive on the floor to take us to a break. During the break, sorry.
I've got a one-track mind now. TLC, to mess and lubricated cock.
And stairs.
Cheers.
Dom comes out during the break with the shillelagh. Styles hits a Pele kick on JD McDonagh when we come back.
Back smash.
Yes.
Yeah. Dragon Lee goes on offense.
Do you smash your back doors in?
Oh, we've moved over to AEW.
Well, yeah. You know.
Dragon Lee avoids the coup de grace.
Sorry.
He has a cradle for two. Styles has a swipe at Dom. So Dom jumps up on the apron, distracts the referee. McDonagh holds down Styles. Balor goes for a coup de grace and Styles moves and just Balor nails JD with it accidentally. Styles hits McDonagh with
How well could that have gone?
Yeah.
Like, I like
Is he laying underneath him, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
he's absorbing quite a lot. Like
So Styles hits McDonagh with a phenomenal forearm, but Balor just breaks it up. Balor literally says, Dom, go and hit him with the IC title. He's about to do it, but the referee's like, what are you doing? Then Sheamus shows up and attacks Dom. This distracts the referee. Balor hits Styles with a shillelagh. McDonagh crawls into a cover, but Dragon Lee just breaks it up. That was nice. He takes out Dragon Lee. Takes out Balor with a dive, and Styles hits McDonagh with a Styles Clash. 1, 2, 3. They retain the tag titles.
over in the building, but it was lightweight, and that's the problem because ultimately the selection of wrestlers you were presented with here is kind of the field CM Punk was referring to. Some by name, some not. But like even Sheamus, I think he name checked, didn't he? Like one more round, and like Sheamus is out there doing running stuff, whatever. Like,
Love how much you hate Sheamus now.
I can't. I know. Like, it's not really his fault as well. I just
Yeah, it's just been around too long.
yeah, like this is the scene that CM Punk is referring to ultimately as the world champion of this brand. Like, it's like featherlight tag stuff in it.
Yeah.
No, these will win the Rumble, are they?
Yeah.
Not one of them.
Not a
Dom might.
No. I'd like to see it, but
Final four.
Yeah.
yeah. I'd like to see it, but I know he's busy working Dom. And then he's working his son at the same time. Do you get it?
The match is gross.
Hell yeah. That's a good joke, man. Go pat yourself on the back. Love yourself before you can love anybody else. This match was an inferior sequel to the original. Bit quicker, bit less dramatic. That was a trade-off.
This is when we got Nikki Bella apologising for being crap. And Stephanie Vaquer. Yeah, this was it where she said, "Oh, you're great." And I was like, "That means a lot. Good luck for next week. Drive safe." Drive safe? Who said that? So we'll wait and see. We got another promo teaser for 42.
Oh my God.
It's Tribal Chiefs game, isn't it?
Yep.
It is the lamest crap of all time.
So we're gonna
You honestly look at them, Wilbourn, and think they are some cool dudes in that poker room.
I'll be honest with them.
Come on.
I look at them and my brain immediately goes to the, what was it called? Would you call it the Dynamite game? What was it called? You know, you see the things that Nick got us hooked on.
Firecracker.
Firecracker game. So I just want to be back there gambling. Losing money for the most part.
But that makes you
I
want to
want to
gamble.
be back in Aurora Bar in Las Vegas.
Doesn't scream any of that.
Love.
Guess you had to be there.
Great. You, man. Too busy doing all the dishes and holiday home. And the cooking. How's that week?
Yeah, funny you are.
Okay, cheers. I'm just that.
Oh, God.
Before the main event, Paul Heyman goes into Jey Uso's locker room.
Not cold anymore. Sweating, if anything. Paul sweats.
Heyman says, "Jey, you were always my favourite member of the Bloodline because you always kept me guessing. Why would you team with a man who stopped you from being World Heavyweight Champion? You don't owe me an explanation. Got a lot of people in your ear, though." He says, "Look, Punk fought me one-on-one. Like a man, I respect that. I don't care what the Tribal Chief, Jimmy, or the world has to say about me. All I care about right now is me." Heyman says, "I like that. Saves me from having a very difficult conversation that I was sent to have because, you know, I asked the Brons not to get involved, but the leash is off now. It's an all-out war against the entire roster. Doesn't matter if you're with the Vision or not. Get in our way, you're going to get your ass kicked. But that doesn't apply to you because you've got a vision all of your own." Heyman likes that and he wishes him good luck.
You got to do all this stuff. I'm just not really buying it. Like, I'm with you to a point, Sidge, on, like, I do really believe in the Bron Breaker project, but the two Bronnies and the Vision's supposed dominance.
It's not believable, is it?
What's he on about here? Like, well, whole Ross is on notice. Like, quaking in the boot, potentially. Like, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Like, they've got their segment, and just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, just an angle happening, but Paul Heyman trying to talk to us more than it is.
Yeah.
Fake.
He's lost a lot of credibility, I think, Paul Heyman.
Back to the Tumbler, the John Cena tournament. The first round brackets, or first round matches, I should say, have been announced. Rusev versus Damian Priest and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sheamus next week.
Yeah.
I
mean,
what are the matches? Nakamura, Sheamus.
Yeah.
God, that's oh God, I hate that already, if I'm honest. What's the other one? McIntyre?
No, Rusev, Damian Priest.
God, I hate that one as well.
Yeah.
They're both like, corporate wanted to look at the differences between those two pictures. It's the same picture, and it's a picture of just hard lads being hard.
Yeah.
Good news is that might mean you get to see some Aleister Black, though, next week.
Damian Priest has got the eye issue from
Got his face on
fair
fire.
year. Yeah, there's just no winners in the four, is there?
Yeah, 4 losers.
Yeah.
Miz hasn't been announced yet. So.
Correct.
There's potential here.
Hoorah!
There's potential here, but those two matches are like, ugh. If I want to watch, you know.
2 title matches as well, though, next week. Vaquer versus Raquel and women's tag titles. Flair and Bliss versus the Kabuki Warriors.
I like both of those more than the tournament matches.
Give your extended thoughts on Monday, I guess.
But yeah, before we get to the main event of the evening, it's time for a feature that we relaunched, reworked.
No, well, there's no
Yeah.
It's brand new.
Invented last week, and that would be the Gooner comment of the week.
Such a good button.
I think you said the Gooner comment of the week after Sidge's fantasy booking.
Yeah. So obviously it was Saturday night's main event over the weekend. Not the only big show though, of course. There was that AAA show. I can't remember what it was called. But we saw
What was it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I couldn't care less.
Ethan Page and Chelsea Green are new tag champs, mixed tag team champions, beating Mr. Iguana.
Good for them. Good for them.
Mr. Iguana and La Hiedra. Post-match, that team split. But Lola Vice came out to make the save, and she'd been sharing some images over the weekend of Catwoman outfits. And, well, the one I would sort of focus on here was her outfit for AAA, sort of Day of the Dead inspired outfit. And I've got a few comments, actually, mainly because I saw this one.
Well, the thing is, though, like, is it up to Wilbourn, really, to determine? It's a bit presumptuous and arrogant of him to determine what the Gooner comment of the week is. That's pretty definitive. If anything, we should have more Gooner comments.
Selection.
And then we can...
Like nominees and an award.
And we can ask... it's good. You know what? We love our fans. Genuinely, we do. Good engagement. They could decide.
Well,
so we need a few. We need more than one. We better.
This
vote.
person on
Better
X
have more than one.
Democracy.
Works. It just works.
So I'll show you this this photo of Lola Vice, of her outfit for there we go. There it is. There's Lola Vice there. She's sat just like on like a dressing room with the mirror with the lights on it. You can see her reflection in the mirror and what have you. Pretty presumptuous actually from this commenter who on X calls themselves Super Gooner.
I mean, there's probably one already then.
Yeah. Because and he has kind of, I think it's a bit. He sort of played the biggest hits because there's the photo there, Sidge.
Yep, I'm looking at it.
And Super Gooner writes, "Imagine being that countertop."
Yeah, that way you'd have Lola Vice's ass on you.
Yeah,
for at least 2 seconds.
Yeah,
and then the rest of the time,
like spilled toothpaste,
makeup,
makeup, spit. Maybe we want that as well though.
Yeah,
or like toothpaste and stuff.
I'd like to be reincarnated as a countertop, please.
She takes a picture and leaves.
What do you do when she's at work?
What
do you do when she's at work?
It's not even at her house. Just like a general usage one. Just takes a picture and leaves. Oh, you're not coming back. Never, literally never again.
Remember that time she sat on me? So that's super good.
You've got like old mates that you used to see. Oh, what happened to John? Do you not remember he morphed into a countertop because he made a wish? We go see John. How you doing, lads? He's just there as a countertop.
Yeah.
What happened to you after this, John? Well, she just left. You won't believe the horrors I've experienced since then.
Yeah, I mean, she moved out, this rented apartment, and just other people moved in and weren't as good. So
it was me stuck as a countertop. He's away already. Yeah, we're going out. Thanks for holding our beers for a bit, though, John.
So there's that. There's quite a few, lewd, disgusting comments. Thirsting over Lola Vice, but not Mitch. I'm fairly certain Lola Vice is dating Damian Priest right now. But hey, shoot your shot. Mitch says, "Why don't you let a real man take you out on a coffee date?" Heart emoji, diamond emoji. So maybe that's where she's looking for love.
Yep.
In the
comments,
horny comments underneath her pictures. Coffee date. I want to know about this. I want to know about this. So, and final comment here I'm going to leave to a man who left his entire name on
government.
Yep. I'm just going to call him David, but it's his whole name in the account. And I love hearing about like wrestling inspirations. Like, give me a good example of like a wrestler that inspired another really famous wrestler.
Superstar Billy Graham to Hulk Hogan is the most famous one.
Yeah. Just a wrestling inspiration. Well, similar to that, David, I almost said his surname there. David writes, "She's the reason I got into ass." So, there you have it.
Everyone's got an origin story.
Yeah. When did you first? I'm thinking back. Considered being a countertop.
Because the dusty bookshelf, it's like this sort of encyclopedia of ass.
You either die a tip man or live long enough to love the ass. All right.
I suppose, do you want to vote on that, or do you want to leave it to the fans?
I think people should vote. I think we've got to. I think Sid is right. We'll leave this for people to decide what the Gooner comment of the week is.
Just works.
Main event, Punk and
This speaking of ass,
Punk and Jey Uso.
100% weapons grade Lola Vice.
Two Bronnies. Punk and Jey Uso. I mean, they worked better as a team than they worked as opponents.
Yep.
Initially.
How low's the bar?
Punk held down the top rope so Jey could hit a dive onto the Bron to take us to a break. When we come back, there's a shatter machine in there from the two Bronnies to Punk.
For a near fall.
Jey broke up a cover. Jey got the hot tag, comes in with strikes, Enziguris, a hip attack, and a spear.
Friendship ended with CM Punk. Edge is our best friend.
Is there, am I reaching, bro, a little sort of CMFTR law? What about you, dickhead? We'll use your mate to move against you.
Yeah.
Because the commentators are never going to point that kind of thing out, but maybe a nice little Easter egg.
Good point.
Maybe they just saw a cool move and decided to do it. Because that's WWE's business model. See a cool wrestler, see a cool storytelling approach. We'll have that, we'll have that for us, please.
Yeah. Jey hit a spear, but Breaker broke up the cover. Punk took out Breaker with a dive. Jey hit Bronson Reed with a suicide dive, and then they just sort of brawled on the outside and got counted out.
Oof.
This was so weak.
I went to a lot of UK Raw and SmackDown tapings when I was younger, and when they're just like throwing one away. Like, oh well, there's 51 more to go. We'll get it right next time. That's how this arena reacted to this. They knew that this was just being thrown away, wasting their time and their money and all that. Just the worst kind of like screw you of a finish to a match that never even got good. To feel disappointed it was over. The worst case scenario, stacking one on top of another.
CM Punk taking the heat. Shatter machine, whatever. Go to the outside. Like, it didn't feel like this uncontrollable frenzy where they were so, like, angry and infuriated and there's so much hatred flown between the two teams that they completely took leave of their senses and literally couldn't hear the count. They were just kind of doing a crap brawl. They were brawling, and again, it's meant to be, Jesus Christ, they are blinded by hatred. They cannot hear it. And they were brawling as if they were like, right, okay, well, it's a mass brawl with a roster, setting up a Survivor Series match. If we just, like, do it up the ramp a bit and the hard camera's on, we can just get away with just doing a little bit of nothing, really. It's just the execution of a terrible finish in terms of drama and, like, all the reasons why a non-finish is bad. The execution of it was awful.
Like Unreal Season 3, like the bell rings for a count out and there's Michael Hayes and Gorilla, like, got him again! Who's happy with this? Like, who backstage, like, yeah.
That was the one.
Yeah.
We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
So the brawl continues post-match. Jey throws, I think, Bron into the steps. He's fighting alongside Punk. They clear the announce table. I think he's going to do a splash from the turnbuckles onto Bronson Reed. But as he goes to get back in the ring, Bron Breaker flies round, super spear on the outside. Reed hits Punk with a body avalanche against the barricade. They chuck Jey back into the ring. There's that boom, boom, boom spear from Bron Breaker back inside. Reed hits Jey with a tsunami. But Punk chases off the Brons again with a chair. This time the Brons don't leave. They just go into the ring and get chairs of their own. Numbers game. He's at a disadvantage. But suddenly, babyface, for the last, 2 hours, Logan Paul runs out. No chair, but his trusty brass knucks in his hand. Then he just spins around and KOs CM Punk with a nice punch. And Heyman's like, give him a second. Let him cook, as the kids say. And Logan Paul hands the brass knucks to Heyman as the crowd chant, F you, Logan, as he seemingly, not necessarily joins the Vision, but certainly aligns with them for for War Games.
Yeah, I quite like that. He's made a choice. He didn't linger long enough to make CM Punk look an idiot for standing there and thinking, well, we're doing, like there wasn't some sort of like grand tease. It was just the moment. Now, bang, out you go. And it didn't feel like it was any kind of a like orchestrated thing at the start of the night. Paul Heyman really did think Logan Paul was a bitch, and the two Bronies need to kick his ass. And I bought it. Ultimately, it's like a show long thing, and something different to Logan Paul because he satisfies no particular brief anymore. He comes in, he's playing this guy that supposedly doesn't deserve any of the opportunities. But then the twist is that actually his matches are pretty good, but then his matches aren't even that good, so it's now about Will.
Cena match was good.
He's always got something in him, but like at this point, it doesn't serve one story or another for Logan Paul. He's not become like Kenny Omega that he's so brilliant that like, oh my God, that. But equally, he's better than being a phony faker.
Yeah,
he's kind of better than Dominik Mysterio sometimes, like in terms of execution of the moves. But who cares about that? Like, but he's better than Austin Theory at chucking War Games with the baddies. So that's something. Like, didn't mind it.
Davis haven't got 4 yet, buddy.
Didn't mind. No, true. Didn't mind it as a one night story though. Like a fine payoff. I don't particularly care about him helping the Vision post War Games.
I would have just dispensed with the whole thing at the start and just had Logan Paul be a big sort of reveal at the end, if no other reason than for people to go, whoa, he's back. And that's the headline. This idea of him half thinking about being a good guy and turning face was just odd, I thought. Like really, really odd all for this. That was overthought. They could have simplified the whole deal. And it's, crap. Pretty crap. Pretty boring.
Well, let us know your thoughts on Raw.
On that. You're a Logan Paul.
I like
guy.
Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Enjoyed his run as a babyface. But felt it was time. It was time to... They listening. Sidge came with the stats yesterday about prolonged runs of the heel or babyface, and they, boom, executed on Raw last night.
Those more old-fashioned 2-hour runs.
Yeah. And yeah, I think he's a welcome addition to War Games. He'll do something bonkers.
I was going to say he'll do something cool with
Yeah.
the rings and stuff.
And he'll get the two Bronies on
Watch
the
that on
import.
Twitter and then watch the match with my phone in my hand after. See the best bit.
And we'll get the two Bronies hopefully on the Impulsive podcast. So double win, if anything. Happy days. Let us know your thoughts on everything we've discussed, and I do mean everything, in the comments section below, or on X at WhatCulture.
Should we dissuade them from coming up with their own pay-per-view names?
Go for it. At WhatCulture WWE.
I mean, yeah, if you must.
Watch that you can follow. You can technically follow all four of us.
Yes, but there ain't no point in following him no more.
Yeah, don't just follow me. Get me on Cameo if you want. Search my name, Michael Hamflett. Have a crack on there. Otherwise, that's it.
You can follow Michael Sidgwick at
M. Sidgwick.
You can follow our brilliant producer and long-suffering producer Adam Nicholas at
I need a different job. It's Adam Nicholas.
You can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE, as I said. Make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcast from, for daily wrestling podcasts. We'll be back later on today to preview NXT. But for now, it's been the Raw review. My thanks to Hamflett Sidgwick. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.